Hey now besties, today we are here with Bling Galleria. Miss Robin sent me a ton of things to try and I am so excited about this because y'all know I love artsy stuff. I love 3D gels and just doing artsy things, and this is the only brand that I have found, other than Chrysania of course, that has all these artsy products that are hypoallergenic. Of course, as you guys know, that does not mean no allergy, it just means less allergy. But we've got some really cool stuff here, like the solid glue, which you guys know I already love. All of this is in their new Ultra line. Back in the day, when I first tried their products, they used to have two methacrylates. I don't remember the name of them, and I did have mild reactions to them, but pink ice was my favorite cat eye ever. And if y'all remember my very old videos from last year, I would literally do them anyway and risk a reaction because that's how much I loved this cat eye. But I no longer have to do that because Robin has reformulated into the Ultra line, which is completely hypoallergenic. So we also have the builder gel in a jar, the construction gel. And today I'm going to be doing a fill. I am still wearing the Hypo Polygel from HW. It's been over 2 months and these are still on, not a single lift. That's crazy. So we're going to fill her because I like this shape, and this color right here is an absolute perfect match to what I'm wearing right now. So perfect. So we're going to fill her with some builder gel. And then I'm thinking of like a whale shark kind of moment here, but there's so much stuff to try. My favorite gel for Halloween for like the blood effect has always been this one by Bling, and now I have it in the Ultra line. We also have this beautiful red here. Of course, my favorite cat eye pink ice. And then some really specialty things. So we have a base coat, the peel base. I will be doing this today, and I'm very excited to finally try this out because I have been searching high and low for a hypoallergenic peel off base because removal is truly the worst part of doing nails, and we finally have one. So I will be trying that today on top of the builder gel. Before I do the design, I'm going to be using the peel base. And we have the chrome mirror top coat. I already tried this one in a previous video. It works amazing for chrome. Then of course we have the nail glue gel, which I've also tried before and it's absolutely amazing. Before the Ultra line came out with this one, I was using their regular builder gel as a glue. Chef's kiss. They last me a month plus probably, but y'all know I never leave my nails on that long. We got the Glossy Shield top coat. There's a different top coat. This is the rubber base, the acid-free primer, which I will be also using today, and then the Poke base gel. This is how you get like that raindrop effect. Let's see if I can work that in there somehow. All right, let's get into it. Hi besties, if you're new here, my name is Ren. I developed an allergy to HEMA, HEA, HPMA, and acrylomorpholine back in 2024, and since then have done obsessive levels of research into what causes these allergies, as well as tried over 20 different brands to see what works for me. As always, what works for me may not work for you, but if you have my same allergens, there is a high chance that it will. And if this sounds like something that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future uploads. So first things first, my prep this time is a little different because it is a fill. So all I am doing is just debulking, rebalancing that apex and removing any potential lifting so that it can go on perfectly. Now we're just going to go in with the tiniest little bit of the Bling primer and just applying that to the natural nail. You do not need to apply it to the builder gel, but you can if you want to. Now we're just going to go in with a very thin slip layer so that the product can glide more effortlessly down the nail. Then we can go in with our bead of product and then just very gently push it towards the cuticle area without flooding and then float it down the nail. Now I'm just taking a liner brush to clean up those edges, especially around that cuticle area, being very careful not to touch the skin or get too close. And then I just repeat that process on every nail, and it's actually really satisfying. I do have to say, this consistency is very beginner friendly. Typically, I work with builder gels that are a little on the runnier side, but this one really does just kind of stay where you put it, which is a good and a bad thing. For beginners, it's perfect because you can guide it with your liner brush exactly where you want. But for somebody who prefers more speed and self-leveling, this one may not be for you. But it is really a middle of the road consistency. It's not super goopy like some builders I've tried, and it's also not thin and runny. so it is easier for beginners not to flood the sidewalls. Turned out fresh out of the lamp and not too shabby, especially considering this is maybe my 5th ever builder gel application ever, but builder gel is really growing on me. So we're just gonna file and shape them, get them nice and crispy. And now we are going to use the peel base, but it was at this moment I realized I messed up. So I should have done a top coat first instead of going right in with the peel base, and you guys will see why later. Going in with this beautiful baby blue from Light Elegance, and that's going to be the base for my design. Totally forgot to hit record. There were a couple mistakes when I was filming this, and that's because I was doing this while I was on live on the clock app. And so you'll see me forget a couple of things, but I did go ahead and do that seashell design on my middle finger. And I really like how it turned out. Basically, I just started with a white base and then I swished some polishes back and forth to get the colors. Now I am doing the bane of my existence, which is a hibiscus flower, and you're gonna see me do all of this for nothing because I completely end up changing the design to a 3D flower. Now I'm using my Chris Clays by Chrisania Neri to sculpt the whale shark, and I also did not film the majority of this process because I was kept holding my hand up to my face and it was completely out of frame. But here it is, a whale shark. Now I'm just going to paint him with this dark navy blue by PLA, and using my dotting tool, I'm going to make all these different size little white dots. And there he is in all his little whale shark glory. I absolutely love how it turned out. Now using the Gaui 3D glue, I am just making the lines for my seashell, and I'm also adding little dots around the shark. I used regular semi-solid air dry glue to glue this pearl on, and now I am just reinforcing it with UV glue around it. But never attempt to glue your gems or rhinestones with UV glue because the light cannot penetrate. So I glue it with air dry glue and then I go around it to reinforce it. Oh yeah, and also off camera, I sculpted a jellyfish on my thumb, and this starfish was from a mold, and it turned out amazing. But remind me never to go live while I'm trying to film a video because I swear half of my footage is out of frame. So now I'm just finishing off with the Bling Glossy Shield top coat. I absolutely love this top coat. I really have nothing bad to say about it. However, I then off camera redo my entire ring finger, and while on live, I sculpted a frickin' sea turtle on my right hand with my non-dominant hand because I hate myself. But all of the pain and suffering was worth it because look how these turned out. I absolutely freaking adore these, and it's probably one of the most complex sets I've ever done. That turtle really took everything out of me, but we did it, and we did it on live. And so here we are 2 weeks later, and at this point, I'm about to try to file the edges to attempt to remove the peel base, but you will quickly see that it does not work out. And the reason being that I did not apply the top coat on top of the builder gel, so the peel base had something to adhere to and it just stuck on there like a glue. It has been a lot longer than I thought. We're going on 4 weeks with these. I just have not had time, and as you can see, a lot has happened since, including the fact that I now have a code. So I am now an affiliate of Bling Galleria, and you can use my code NAILNARRATIVE for 20% off. I am super duper excited about this because, as you guys know, I have been testing these products since November of 2024. They were I think the second product that I tried, and the original formula, the cat eyes, did cause me a little bit of a reaction, but I loved them so much that I kept using them, and then she went and reformulated. If you are an allergic bestie, make sure that you are only getting the ultra line. And so this is what the ultra line looks like. It's going to say ultra on all of them, and these are the reformulated ones that I can use with absolutely no problems. All of the gels are transitioning, and they should be mostly transitioned, but just make sure when you're buying that it says ultra because that is the hypoallergenic formula. This was the first brand I tried that had functional gels, like 3D gels, and when I finally saw, because back in 2024, there really weren't a lot of options for me, especially for artsy stuff, and I love 3D designs, as you guys can see. Also with the solid UV glue for Gel X, and then of course the cat eyes and everything that came subsequently after. There were also liner gels and foil transfer glue and chrome proof top coats, and overall, like, they just have every possible product you can possibly think of for art. Now they even have pat gels, and the owner Robin is absolutely amazing, and you guys have heard me talk about her before. This is like my 4th video that I've done on Bling, And so this is a brand that I truly, truly just love and that I am 100% okay putting my name behind because truly everything that I've tried is amazing. Now, I know you're wondering why the heck are these still on when you used a peel base? And the thing is, I used it wrong. So I'm going to have to do another video and it'll be even better because this time I'm going to be trying this with a Gel X because I love Gel X, but removal is the bane of my existence. And that is why I'm kind of slowly switching over to Builder Gel. I've had these on for a total of 3 months. And of course I have filled them, but this is the Polygel from HW that I then went and filled with the Bling Galleria Builder Gel. And it's just so much more convenient to do Builder Gel, honestly, but I do love Gel X, and so I'm very curious to see if I can forego the super annoying process of removal when I apply my Gel X with this. So very excited for that. And I have showcased some of these colors on my lives if you guys are in those, but y'all know how I feel about Bling Galleria's cat eyes. They are seriously some of the best. In fact, they were so good that I was willing to continue to risk minor allergic reactions to keep using the old formula, but now I don't have to because they have been converted to the new ones. That is all for this one. And if you aren't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you would like to support all of the time, effort, and research that I put into my videos for a very small monthly fee, you can get really cool perks like early access to my videos, subscriber only content, and access to the narrators group chat. And don't forget that you can now use my code NAILNARRATIVE for 20% off a Bling Galleria. And I cannot wait to hear if you guys try them and what you think. Love y'all very much. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one.